The following legislative provisions are hereby enacted and shall come into force on the date of official publication. All prior inconsistent enactments, regulations, or rules shall stand repealed to the extent of such inconsistency. This Act shall apply to all persons, entities, institutions, and bodies corporate within the jurisdiction, without exception, unless expressly exempted by written notice from the competent authority. The objectives of this Act include ensuring transparency, accountability, enforceability, and uniformity in matters governed under its scope. All powers exercised under this Act must be consistent with its letter and spirit. No authority may exceed the bounds of discretion conferred upon it herein. Definitions provided shall be strictly interpreted and shall prevail over any informal or customary understanding. Authority shall mean any office, person, or institution legally empowered under this Act. Entity shall include any natural or juristic person, firm, society, trust, or corporate body. Document includes any physical or electronic record, data, information, or file created, received, or maintained in connection with this Act. Official Gazette refers to the formal government publication designated for publishing legal notifications. Prescribed means as determined by rule, regulation, or directive issued under this Act. Competent authority means the individual or body expressly designated to exercise a specific power or perform a specific duty. The primary objective of this Act is to establish a regulatory framework that governs obligations, rights, procedures, penalties, and protections, as defined. No ambiguity shall be presumed. In case of interpretive conflict, the principle of purposive construction shall apply. This Act overrides all conflicting provisions in any other statute unless such statute provides greater protection or rights not expressly prohibited hereunder. Every person subject to this Act is bound to comply with the duties herein imposed, and no claim of ignorance shall be entertained. It shall be the obligation of each entity governed to maintain proper records, ensure compliance, and cooperate with investigations or audits conducted under lawful authority. Non-compliance shall attract strict liability, unless otherwise provided. Willful violation, falsification, concealment, or obstruction shall constitute an offence. The enforcement mechanism shall include inspections, audits, summons, seizures, and interrogations conducted by duly authorized officers. All such actions must be documented, and the subject must be informed in writing. Due process must be followed in all enforcement procedures, and any violation of procedural safeguards shall invalidate the proceeding. Any person aggrieved by an order may file an appeal within the prescribed time before the designated appellate authority. The appeal must be in writing, stating clearly the grounds relied upon, and must be supported by documents. The appellate authority shall dispose of the appeal within 60 days unless reasons are recorded in writing for delay. No prosecution under this Act shall commence without prior sanction from the competent authority unless expressly waived. Penalties under this Act shall be proportionate to the offence, and repeated violations shall attract enhanced consequences. Persons found guilty may be liable to pay fines, face suspension, cancellation of registration or license, or other penal measures as may be prescribed. All fines shall be recoverable as arrears of land revenue. Nothing in this Act shall affect actions lawfully undertaken before its commencement, unless such actions are inconsistent with the express provisions herein. The government may issue rules to operationalize any part of this Act, and such rules shall have binding legal effect upon publication in the Official Gazette. No rule shall be inconsistent with the provisions of the Act. All actions taken in good faith under this Act shall be protected against legal proceedings. Every entity to which this Act applies must, within 30 days of the commencement of this Act or of becoming subject to it, whichever is later, register with the designated authority by submitting accurate particulars, supporting documents, and declarations as may be prescribed. Failure to register within the stipulated time shall attract penalties and may result in disqualification from conducting relevant activities until compliance is achieved. The registration process shall include verification, acknowledgement, and issuance of a registration certificate, which must be displayed prominently at the principal place of business or operations. Any change in particulars must be reported within 7 working days. All entities are required to appoint a compliance officer responsible for ensuring adherence to the provisions of this Act. The compliance officer shall act as the point of contact for communications with the competent authority, facilitate inspections, and ensure timely submission of reports, disclosures, and statements. Negligence, misconduct, or collusion on the part of the compliance officer shall attract individual liability without prejudice to penalties imposed on the entity. Each registered entity must maintain accurate and updated records relating to operations, transactions, personnel, communications, and decisions relevant to the Act. Records shall be maintained in physical or electronic form, securely stored, and made available for inspection upon demand by the competent authority. The minimum retention period for all records shall be 7 years, unless otherwise specified. Any destruction or tampering of records shall constitute an offence, punishable by penalties, including criminal prosecution where warranted. PK News is your reliable, fast, and trusted source for breaking news, in-depth analysis, and real-time updates from Pakistan and around the world. Whether you're looking for political developments, business insights, sports highlights, entertainment buzz, or regional updates, PK News delivers timely and accurate coverage straight to your screen. By subscribing to PK News, you join a growing community of informed readers who value truth, transparency, and quality journalism. Our team of experienced reporters, editors, and analysts work around the clock to bring you news that matters, verified facts, and multiple perspectives, so you can form your own informed opinion, not just follow headlines. As a subscriber, you gain unlimited access to all content, no paywalls, no hidden charges. Enjoy detailed reports, expert editorials, video briefings, and exclusive interviews available only to our subscribers. Be the first to know about breaking stories with instant alerts, delivered directly to your email or mobile device. Never miss an update, whether it's a major policy shift, election results, stock market movement, or local event. PK News covers both national and international news with equal depth. From Islamabad to Karachi, Lahore to Quetta, and from Washington to Riyadh, London to Beijing, our network of correspondents ensures you get credible updates from every corner of the globe. With special focus on Pakistan's key sectors, politics, economy, health, education, law, technology, and the environment, we bring you context-rich stories and practical insights you can trust. Subscribers also enjoy a fully personalized experience. Choose your preferred categories, set notification preferences, and bookmark stories to read later.